Testing. All right, that should be good. All right, what's up, guys? It has been a minute since I posted on my YouTube channel. I've been on the other platforms, so if you were one of the early subscribers to this 2-video channel, go and follow my Instagram at cmoses12. Find me on LinkedIn, Coree, Coree, Moses, Moses. You can find me on LinkedIn. The Instagram handle for the business is _living collection. The website is live, www.thelivingcollection.io. Hopefully you can't see all the flies that are flying around because I have this on a recycle bin. And I just came down here. I had to go to the library. I'm doing a couple things, and I've had a few conversations about what's going on that I was reminded how I need to weave into the big picture this channel. Why? Because it allows me to express myself, what I'm going through, and connect it to what others are going through, the culture, what I'm going through personally with what I'm going through from the business side. And so I've only done 2 videos on this channel and talked about a little bit about, some of just the journey itself with the car accident and getting a new car and a new office. And I left off there and didn't really talk about me as a person, but also like the big business that we are going after. So the last 6 years, I'll say 6 and maybe 7, I've been in executive recruiting. Prior to that, I had 2 entrepreneurial endeavors, but I really got ingrained in my spiritual side of life. I had an ego death, spiritual side as well as the political side. I felt as though people telling me how to feel about certain figures, public figures, it took away my passion to start the business. And I really just wanted to understand what was going on, what was wrong with our culture that we needed to fix. And so I don't want to go backwards, I want to go forward. Right now, this channel serves as a way to connect dots from the lens of, like, today. I feel responsible. I feel like we need to be responsible for more. We, in 2026, and it's bringing up very familiar feelings, because the last time that I had an entrepreneurial endeavor and I launched it, everybody was quick to say congratulations. Everybody was quick to ask, how many sales do you have? But nobody likes, nobody supports your post, nobody buys your product. For whatever reason, I don't know why. I'm the opposite. And it's one of those things where my mindset is more so of like, how can I help the culture? How can I help this person? How can I help this business? It's always, how can I help these things? I don't want to just peek into the lens of what you got. How many sales do you have? That's not, I'm never interested in it. It's, what do you have going on? How can I support? How can I help? And I'm not saying that anyone watching this video, it's more so like I know that there needs to be a shift in our mindsets that allow us to look at the person to your left and to your right as almost a teammate. And when you do that, and I say that teammate because I am a former athlete, and I want to kind of just paint the picture of us being able to win and win together, and not look at it as, oh yeah, because especially with this digital age, people can like keep up with you without keeping up with you, without they could just look to see what you're doing and they know what you're doing. So then when you see them, there isn't even a real catch up because they're like already, oh yeah, I saw that you're doing X, Y, and Z. And I'm not looking at it as a negative, it's just a fact of the matter. In 2026, this is where we are. You can keep up with a bunch of people and not actually interact, engage, do much of anything. You're just looking. And it's a part of like the consumption art, the culture being so much consume, we forgot what it takes to create. Like we need to create, we need to, and it's a part of it happened with the manufacturing leaving America. And we don't understand the intricacies and the so many different steps to creating. And I'm not just talking creating like a lot of influencers on digital side creating a video, and obviously I'm creating a video right now, but like those types of creations don't actually change the world or change culture. They just don't. I think a lot of influencers who were red pilled are becoming black pilled because they're realizing, okay, I'm just talking. Like you talk. You have a bunch of listeners, but what actually changes in society? So I'm kind of just doing a stream of consciousness as I, that was a bigger one, I wasn't a fly, as I reflect on, I think it's been about a month since I last posted, but I'll kind of do a little bit of a pitch for the mobile planter and the living collection. So I started the living collection, it's my company. I'm usually wearing a living collection t-shirt. Go check it out, thelivingcollection.io. Because starting in 2021, we'll give 2020, obviously COVID era gives me a good frame of reference, but I won't say right in the thick of COVID, but it was right after I started to grow my own food. And the first year, everything like kind of matured, and not to say that I had a green thumb, but I kind of I fell in love with connecting to the food and to the earth and to plants and things that are alive. Like watching it grow was so amazing. I just felt so grateful. And I want to almost fast forward and just say, like, I truly am doing this post in a feeling of like gratitude. I'm grateful for all of my emotions. But let's go back to 2021. So that experience growing peppers, tomatoes, cucumbers. I tried some corn, they didn't work out. I tried some watermelon and it didn't work out. I actually ate the watermelon, but it was not sweet. What else did we did some okra, some lettuce, and I did it in a 4x8 bed. So I didn't have a whole lot. I actually had a couple tomatoes along the side of the house, but I was living in a condo and that was the backyard and it got pretty good sun, obviously, and it worked out. And so 2 years ago, I moved from there, I moved from there to another place. But 2 years ago, I moved to where I am now. And the way the sunrise and set with the trees in the yard, there wasn't one place where I could create a new garden bed. And so I wanted to be able to move it around. And so we created a product called the Mobile Planter, where it's a 2 foot by 2 foot, essentially a garden bed, where you're able to move it in your yard. Now that's for the sun. That's if it's a storm and you want to bring it under some shelter. If it is the winter and you want to, if you have a fig tree, if you want to winterize. So there's a lot of different use cases. And I've been working on it for a couple of years now with a friend of mine. He loved the idea. He was like, let's do it. We had a very aligned vision for how it should look. And I think we nailed it. Like, I can't express to you how much, like throughout the process, we worked with a third-party design and engineering company. We don't know how to create CAD files, but we got them made, and I share all that just because we knew visually how we wanted it to look. And so they were coming back like, what about this? What about that? And we were like, no, tweak this, tweak that. And when I say tweak this, tweak that, there wasn't just two. It was a lot of different things that we were inspired by. And I think that is probably some unpacking that I want to do later down the road. But I bring that up to speed because I really, over the last couple of years, I feel as though we've refined something. We have something special for the culture that can get more people to grow. And some people, yes, they have land, they have whatever. If you've got acres and acres, it makes sense to just put it in the field. But if you do have a patio, if you have a balcony, if you're, you downsize and now you're in a condo and you just have this little lot, we kind of created something that gives you the ability essentially to activate space. So wherever it is, you could create some soil, you can move it around, and you can grow. You can grow a couple of tomatoes in it. You can grow, my screen went dark, so I just want to tap it. Maybe it's just trying not to overheat, but I'll wrap up shortly. And so now we got the samples about a month ago. We signed the contract to get the first production run. I'm super excited about it. I don't really want to say I'm super excited about it, and I'm grateful. I'm grateful for the opportunity to have an idea to be able to go after. Now, what ends up happening, I don't know. But I've had so many experiences already where I have two sitting at a plant shop, Fairweather Acres in Cromwell, Cold Spring Farm in Berlin. They were gracious enough to say, yeah, we want to help any way we can help. You want to set it here? I set up some signs. But I share that because the way that the interaction, the display sign is, it's basically you're texting grow if you're interested in learning more and potentially reserving it. And so I've got some text messages and I'm interacting with them, and sometimes I'm realizing I send the link too soon, right? It's just like, how did you engage with it? Where did you find us? And learn a little bit more about what got them to send you that text. So I'm trying to learn and fine tune the funnel, if you will. And so I'm just so grateful to be able to do this. So I was bringing up, I started with the executive recruiting story because I no longer am in executive recruiting. I took the leap at the beginning of the year. I've been working on my office the last 6 months. Now I'm working on getting the footprint and the brand awareness out. And like I said, I'm just so grateful. I feel there's a lot of value in this journey. I'm grateful to God first and foremost. And I'm just grateful for I posted on LinkedIn not even a week ago that I didn't really make it official because one thing was leading to another, and it wasn't really official yet. It was just some guy was like, you know what, I see something in you, I'm going to give you an opportunity here. And then, at that time we didn't even have the samples, and then we had the samples, and now it's like, well, to get the mold and the samples made is a certain amount. To get the production run is another amount. And, the amount of investment that I've been putting up, has certainly tested me, if you will. But the ability to do it, I'm just so grateful. And doors have been opening up, other doors have been closing. I've been connecting with people, I've been interacting with people, I've been showing it to people. I'm just so grateful. And I'm grateful to be in America. It's the 250th anniversary. We got all this FIFA stuff going on where people are becoming a little bit more patriotic and supportive of wherever country they're from. And I'm just so grateful. Again, this is the year of the horse. I'm not too big into that, but I know that it's about boldness, it's about freedom, it's about forward movement and positive thinking. And it's just like, I'm just so grateful. I'm just so grateful. And that's going to be the end of this post. I'm going to be here. I'm going to be posting a lot more. I'm going to outline it a little bit better. This one is just, okay, it's been 2 months or a month or however long it's been. I got to put something out. But also I want to make this aligned with the bigger vision of the Living Collection. So go check out the Living Collection. If you're in the Northeast, anywhere in the Northeast, feel free to reserve a mobile planter, and we will certainly find you and get it to you. It is, like I said, 2 feet by 2 feet, so it's hard to it's impossible to ship it, which, if you're not familiar, that's why Yeti is in the locations that they are, the Cabela's, this, that, and the other. It's intentional because a product that big, the logistics is a little unique. So I'm leaving you guys with a lot of gratitude. Please hit like, hit subscribe, leave me a comment, let me know what you want to hear more of. I'm super grateful, and I hope you are too. Have a blessed day.